Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CILFC Round 2 here at Nashville Super Speedway. Tonight, I have the honor of introducing everyone here watching live and maybe watching afterwards. CILFC's first ever oval start. You heard that right. We are going to be running Formula College on an oval. And me as an oval guy, I need to pinch myself because I am not dreaming. Tonight, we are going to be running on the Nashville Super Speedway in the Indy College race. Sorry, I should say in the Indy cars. And it's going to be hectic and it's going to be so much fun. And tonight, I am your host, Edward Sanchez. Right below there, my socials. And as you see, unfortunately, I am by myself today. I will be hosting you all tonight for a lovely evening of CIL action. And unfortunately, my co-host Sky, she is currently taking a break. She's got to rest her voice. Prayers up for Sky. Hopefully her voice goes back to her soon, so please keep her in mind. But apart from that, I am excited for tonight. It is our first ever oval start in the CILFC, and for round 2, I mean, last week at Laguna Seca we had so much action, so much drama, and tonight we're going to an oval. I mean, this season is jam-packed. Shout out to Ricky Paz, our FC director. Alright, so first, let's go and look at the track map. Let's dive in deep and let's see what we're going to be looking at tonight. So, Nashville Super Speedway, a spectacular oval, second youngest oval in the world, I should say. It is 1.33 miles for the Europeans, 2.14 kilometers, has 4 turns, of course. It's an oval, and it's known for being abandoned for 10 years. You heard that right, folks. Been abandoned for 10 years. Pit speed at 45 miles per hour, 72 kilometers per hour. And it was first seen in 2022 in Season 6 of the CIL Cup Series. So, it is located in Lebanon, Tennessee, USA, and as I said, it is a concrete... Well, I didn't say this before, I'm sorry. It is actually the second youngest oval in the world, and it's actually the largest concrete track to be over 1 mile in length, so 1.333 mile long. So, it's a very short... It's kind of almost a short track, you should say, but Super Speedway's in the name. And that's because we got the high banks, 14 degrees in the banking turns, and we got 9 degrees on the front stretch and 6 degrees on the back stretch. So let's take a look at, enough about me yapping about the track information. Let's go and talk to the driver. Well, not talk to the drivers, I should say. That's at the end of the race. But let's look at the drivers and see tonight's competitors on this fast oval. As we see here on the top left, we're going to start with Lucas Moody on the top left, and it's going to be Cale Davidson, and on the top right, Marwell Duncan. And then on the Noah Masser on the medium, on the I should say middle left. In the middle, that's our Muhammad Ali. And on the right side, that is Christian Hill. And on the bottom, that is Ali Kane. So all these drivers, we're gonna have a fantastic lineup and with their cameras on. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how focused and really how intense tonight's race is gonna be, especially in a track like this where on road courses, of course, you have your action-packed, moments here and there in the heavy braking zone. But tonight, on an oval, it's going to be all about getting that slipstream, getting that really the toe from behind the car, and trying to get that pass onto the inside on the turns. And for its tight racing, I do want to mention, it is going to be a little bit of a single groove, so passing will be difficult, which is going to make drivers even more aggressive to get those points tonight. Now, of course, I am very excited that qualifying is actually running, I believe, right now. So we're going to jump into qualifying right now, and we're going to see who are the drivers, who's going to be performing up top, because, like I said, this is the first time we're having a CILFC on an oval, which only means, of course, our Muhammad Ali with the fast lap of 22.28, I believe. So already, and we got another fast lap, Cale Davidson with the 22.763. So right now, these drivers, they are setting in the lap, and of course, Ball State up top there, 1-2. And right now, we are watching Walker Green, he's currently P13, and the lap times just keep going down. A Leaf with the 22.6. But as we see there, 204 miles per hour down the front stretch. So these cars, right now, we're going to watch Cale currently, I think, on his final lap attempt, right there, 209 miles per hour into turn 3. Going out of turn 4, we see him trying to slide up, use as much of the court. Oh, close to the wall. And he's going to hit a 208 at the start-finish line. And I think that is over for him for qualifying. Looks like he's going to, for now, he's going to be on the front row with our Muhammad Ali. And right now we have a timer going. So right now 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in our qualifying end session. And right now our very own Ricky Paz in the number 19 car right there going in, I was gonna say, turning left into the turn 3. He's right in the outside, so it looks like he's actually coming to his fast lap. So we see that drivers, especially on ovals, we tend to use the outside lane going to your hot lap, as we see Ricky Paz also using the outside lane here, still on his lap, or I think maybe he's set his lap, and I think he's just doing some practice runs. Yep, as I was saying, he's not going to practice his in-lap, as we see right there, almost 140 around the corner there. So these drivers, when they're going to go and do their pit stops, they are not going pit road speed, but they're going as fast as they can, trying to make up that time lost, I should say, going in and getting the pits. Right now we are on board with Garrett Vitton. I believe this is his CILFC debut. And of course, on the CILFC Oval debut, of course, he's up there running for ASU. As right now, for the 42 car, he is currently tracking right now 21st. He just hit another lap right there, fast lap. What do you get? He is now P18. So an improvement of 3 positions. But, I mean, Garrett, brother, I know you are a great oval driver, but this is a Formula car. So we'll see how it goes. And Jake Cummings, who does both oval and Formula. Let's see what he gets right there. He crosses the line. It's P11. So not there in the top 10 he wants to, but we know he can put on a show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, Jordan Johnson, another strong contender in this league, one that we always see, always clash head-to-head with Jordan Johnson, with our Muhammad Ali, as right now he's going to hit the line. Oh, and he spun it, but he gets P14. Oh, and a big wreck head-on into the inside wall barrier. Unfortunately, that is not a safety barrier, but luckily we're in the sim and not in real life. As Nick Stockner in the 124 car, let's look. He's going to get a fast time of... He's going to get P9 for the FCILFC debut. So Nick Stockner, someone that we don't really see up front much in the road courses, is up there for the oval. Logan Smith in the number 34 for Clemson. Looks like he's also going to get another good lap here. It's going to be an improvement, maybe. He gets P24. So he went from P26 to P24. An improvement of 2 laps, I should say. Not that bad. But still, in the back, I don't think that's where he wants to be. Oh, no, I just got caught mid-drinking water. Thank you, broadcaster. Shout out to Keith. Shout out to Keith tonight. He is working the cams behind the stream. So tonight, once again, as I said, welcome if you're just tuning in to the CILFC Oval debut. We are racing at Nashville Superspeedway in the Indy cars, zooming around over 200 miles per hour. And this is just like the high banks of Daytona in the next gen car. So I am very excited tonight, and I hope y'all are too. And if you are, hit that like button down below and subscribe if you haven't, because if you haven't, you might just get you might get a 4X in your next IndyCar event. So if you don't want a 4X, hit that subscribe button. As right now, it looks like we are going to be having a 5-minute warm-up as qualifying has wrapped up. So let's look at the grid. Let's take a look at the grid and let's see who are our top 10 contenders and people in the back who might come up for the win. All right, and it's a fancy grid tonight, ladies and gentlemen, as our Muhammad Ali, of course, who would have known, 22.671, so he is at the provisional pole right now in P1 with his Ball State partner in crime, Cale Davidson, in P2. And row number 2, it's going to be UNC Charlotte, Clint Halteman, as looks like he put a really good lap, and we see right there, 0.012 seconds. Folks, that is... 1/100 of a second off the leader. So Clint Halteman with a strong pace. And Lucas Moody, our first one, a 10th behind for the third Ball State, as it looks like it's a Ball State 1, 2, and 4. On row number 3, it's going to be Ricky Paz of East Carolina University and P5. And joining him on the outside is our very own Nick Stockner with a great time and I believe a great, a best career starting position of P6 for Clemson University. And in the next row behind them is Jason Wall of Drexel University and P7. I am not surprised, folks. He's also an oval driver in the Mondays, so he is definitely going to be a strong contender for Drexel University. And with him, Andrew Burrell for Clemson University. A good start for that alumni at P8. And in P9, to round about our top 10, Esteban Munoz of Florida International University. A strong showing of him. Don't really see him up front. Tonight, he is there. And Thornton Thomas, one of our CILFC rookies, He is from Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. He's going to start P10. I bet those people over there are going to be really happy with that. Cohen Evans for Purdue University of Indianapolis is going to start P11, just really almost down to the top 10. And Jay Cummings for Converse University. Unfortunately, we saw him in P11, got knocked down to P10. Sorry, P12. Next lineup is going to be Ryan Whitlock of University of Alabama Huntsville in P13, followed by Logan Smith of AU Bern University in P14. Next one up is going to be Charles Wimbley of Guilford College in P15, and unfortunately Jordan Johnson of Kent State University in P16, so he's going to have a long ways to go to battle a Leaf up there. It's going to be Dylan Beatty of Ball State University, another Ball State University rookie in P17, a good start from him. Let's see what he can do tonight. And Alex Fernetti for UNC Charlotte, another rookie, I should say, a P18, a good start. Christian Hill of Mount St. Mary's University starting in P19, and to round about the top 20, Andrew Duncan of Milwaukee School of Engineering, also another rookie starting in P20. Aiken Lamar, Howard Community College starting in P21, followed by the very own Garrett Viton of Arizona State University, unfortunately with the P22 start. He's going to have to work his way up there. Ben Fiore of Marist College, another Oval fella. I would expect him up front, and unfortunately, he's going to be in P23. He's going to have some strong work ahead. And it looks like Andrew Williams for the 1-2-3 Clemson University, also down in P24. And it's going to be Brent Burton, another one of our CLFC rookies for Indiana. He is going to be in P25, and working alongside with him is going to be Nicholas Panella for Robert Morris University in P26. P27 is going to be Walker Green for the 48 AU Bern University, and in P28 Lee Kane of University of South Mississippi, number 14, another CILFC rookie, definitely going to be making his debut today. Another strong start, hopefully a strong race for him. Alexander Diamond of Drexel University, an alumni, and of course, unfortunately, in P29, and Tyler Klingensmith, Robert Morris University, in P30. And that rounds about our top 30. So right now, outside of the top 30 is going to be Brady McManus of University of Toledo. He is also another CLFC rookie. And another CL rookie, Noah Massart at University of Pittsburgh in P32. Followed by that, Jonathan Egge of Robert Morris University in P33. Lucas Santos and University of Minnesota Twin Cities also in P34. Followed by them, Andrew McManus and University of Toledo, P35. Alan Hong, the GOAT Hong, St. Clair College, P36. Nick Henley of Ball State University, another Ball State rookie, P37. And Adrian Tubagoic of St. Clair College in P38. And that is it, folks. Our first to 38. So we have a 38 car field. I mean, this just feels like a CIL Cup star with all these drivers and starters. Of course, excited for the first CIL FC Oval debut. And right now it looks like the warm-up is up. The crowd are electrifying. And I should say electrifying. Part of this track is history. The winner in real-life races here for NASCAR gets a guitar. So tonight we'll see who is going to win the guitar in Victory Lane. And I guess one thing to really know, of course, is it's going to be a very interesting race. As I mentioned before, it is mostly going to be probably a single groove, so passing will be difficult. And of course, it's going to be a rolling start, side by side. So as an oval guy, I'm excited. I've never really, I haven't raced in this format. Of course, I have done some laps and around, and this car tends to get tight. So we're going to see how well these drivers are going to try and maybe loosen up the car a little bit and try to save tires, because of course around this concrete, the tires, they get eaten up, they get shredded. So we'll see who's going to be the tire whisperer and who's not the tire whisperer. So of course it looks like the pace car was not fueled correctly, so oh, never mind, they are going right now. So pace car will make one lap, well, I should say half a lap, and we will go green. And right now we are on board with Kel Davidson, and of course for the historic debut, it looks like we are not going green, so pace car is gonna go and make another lap around. It looks like, because I mean there's 38 cars in the field, so everyone's gotta be all situated together, and it looks like everyone is filing out nice and organized. But 38 cars starting out this track on this circuit. I should say in this format. It's going to be nothing you've ever seen before. So once again, hit that like button if you're excited, because folks, you are going to be in for a treat. And I already got goosebumps because I just heard from the statistical analysis of this race that we got 42 people watching live. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in live of the Seattle FC Oval debut. And you're probably going to get annoyed by me saying that, but I'll say that all day long because that is true. I should say all night long. And one thing I do want to mention, of course, is the amount of drivers that are driving for the first time. No, not necessarily the first time they're driving an Indy car, but the first time that also debuting here. So one man that stands out is Garrett Vighton. And I did spoke to him earlier. I said, how do you feel about, racing with these drivers? How do you feel about, showing up into the second race of the season? It's not too late, not too early. And how are you gonna really tackle on kind of like not ever being in this type of situation? And he told me straight up, he said, I don't care, it's an oval. He's like, I don't care as long as it's an oval and I can race my way through. So we'll look out for the number 42 of Garrett Vighton. And so right now, as the pace car is running, one thing to note are the tires. So before we head to green, I do want to mention, as our format, we have to do is we have to be the drivers have to go in and swap out their tires. So some of them are running on red, some of them are running on black. So the blacks are the primary, the reds are the options, or other folks might say hards and softs. And so the race length is 125 laps. Pit speed is 45 miles per hour, but around turns 3 and 4, they can go as fast as they can. And of course, 55 laps of fuel. And right now, we got the green flag out, and here we go for the CIL round 2. It is green flag, and away we go with the lead in the lead, and Cale Davidson trying to follow behind down into turn 1. And it looks like it is a orderly start. No wrecks as they go 3 wide to turn 2. And it looks like it's going to be a Leaf out front as they all jostling for position. 4 wide I see back there. And it's currently trying, as it looks like it's Andrew Burrow in the middle there. As they're still 3 wide battling for P9. It looks like somebody's up in the wall. Oh! And we have a big wreck! A big wreck off of turn 4. And multiple cars are... That is a whole junkyard right there. It's almost nearly half the field out of turn 4 as we see cars on the grass. And I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 cars involved in that wreck and immediately went to the pits. Folks, it looks like that was nearly the sport ender as of course it looks like a Leaf survived, but unfortunately I think Cale Davidson is out of the race. I think he was one of the first drivers that hit, as we saw going into turn 3. We saw a car up there. The first car out looked like it was Cale, I believe Cale Davidson. And it looks like out of turn 4, you had some people still jostling for position, going 3 and 4 wide, and just absolutely one person went spaceship status and went up almost over the catch fence. And right now, I have confirmation from race control. It looks like no one is hurt in the grandstands. Thank God, everyone is okay. Looks like none of the cars was able to go over the catch fence, although they were certainly above it in the infield. It looks like Cale Davidson, one of the few unlucky ones right there. He is down in pit road, and we see a bunch of other cars missing their nose, lost their tires. I mean. I'm not surprised to say that this was how it's going to be for our first race. As we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cars out of the race. I mean, we will get a replay in a minute, but I mean, there is a whole list. And as I mentioned before, the tires. So it looks like everybody on this field went for hard tires. So the black primary tires. That means that at some point in the race, they do have to come in and so we are going to go on board with Christian Hill. And right there, as we just started right now, that is turn 1 on the starting lap. And Christian Hill looks like he's going through fine on the inside. We got someone on the outside passing him. And right now, Going into turn three, we see a car hit the wall up there. Yes, someone got loose. It looks like that was Cale Davidson. And then a car goes flying, and then Christian Hill absolutely just drove into the back of I don't know who that was, but that was a nasty hit for Christian Hill. And right now, it is currently still a yellow flag as the field is still pacing, but a terrible wreck, and it looks like just a lot of cars. What I believe is it's just it was mayhem. I mean, no one ever drove in this type of formation, and of course, there's always going to be some kinks to work out in the first try. But I mean, at least they survived turn one. My expectation was turn two. It'll be a caution flag. And Jason Wallet, the lucky few who gone through, looks like Ricky Paz got through, apart from Alif and Clint Halterman. Jay Cummings got through. Esteban Munoz also up into P6. Lucas Moody P7. Ryan Whitlock through P8, P9. Aiken Lamar up to P10. Ben Fiore P11. Burton in P12. Lee Kane, P13, Green, Diamond, Massart, and then it looks like it's everyone else just out of the race. But wow, looks like we only have 16 cars on the. I'm sorry, it looks like Klingensmith is. I believe he's still there, but if I'm not mistaken. Well, it looks like it is nearly half the field was taken out in one turn, which I mean, this was, folks, that was interesting to say nonetheless. I mean, just wow. I definitely would want to say, of course, that it looks like everyone that was involved in the wreck, I am getting word from the race control and the AMR safety team. I should say the CIL safety team. Everyone is okay. Everyone's limb is accounted for, and they are out of the car, and people are walking. So thankfully, everyone is okay after the horrific wreck out of turn four. I mean, that was just I call it a junkyard or a parking lot really, because all those cars parked all across this track, scattered. But right now, it is currently looks like the survivors left. It looks like only 16 drivers, or I should say, for what it seems like, that is the case. But we'll have to get more word on that. And right now, we are currently single filed, and it is green flag. And away we go once again here at the Seattle FC round two. As that was a quick start, and it looks like we're doing as they do in the FC Oval, or I should say the Indy Oval. It is a single start restart, so not a double. So it looks like things are kind of smooth out a little bit better, as it looks like Ricky Paz looking on the inside of Clint Ultimate, but he gets that dirty air and gets a little bit tight. So, and it looks like the yellow flag is out once again. We don't know why. We are not sure why. It looks like it might be debris on the backstretch. Oh! It looks like it was a two-car wreck back there, P15 and P16. Christian Hill, our very own Christian Hill, unfortunately, he is creeping down the backstretch. Christian, buddy, if you can hear me, I don't think you can park there, buddy. Looks like he is trying to crab walk his way down to pit road, but I think he's trying to get out of the way and probably tow it immediately. It looks like Jonathan Eggy and Christian Hill got into each other for P20. It looks like the McLaren car of Jonathan Eggy, as it looks like. So it looked like they were jostling for positions back there, and it seemed like they got it together into turn three. We'll get you a replay hopefully soon enough. We might or may not. If it's not, then that is a lost found footage, but that's all right because we can now focus on what's happening up ahead. As we saw Ricky Paz trying to make a move on Claire Halterman, but he got really tight. And that's one thing to focus on, ladies and gentlemen, is how tight these cars are. So I spoke to Alif, I spoke to Halterman earlier today, and they were talking about how ridiculously tight. And it looks like Christian Hill over the driver radio isn't too happy with Eggy. So looks like we're gonna have a little beef, a little heat argument afterwards in the CIL Discord, which is linked down below. But of course, I do want to mention Ricky Paz. He is running up in top three, so a strong start for him. And as we see him in the in-car onboard camera, or in-car camera, as anyone want to say, he is there focus, laser focus, because of course, I do want to say that he's been having a rough CIL season start in the Cup and in the FC. He was wrecked out twice in the last two rounds of the Oval, I should say, the CIL Cup. So to see him running up here, Ricky Vortex Motorsports doing up front really well there in P3. And as we pace around, we're going to take a short, quick break because so much has happened. I need to grab my breath. So we're going to go for a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back live here at Nashville Superspeedway.
iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our CIL FC Round 2 live here at Nashville Superspeedway. And unfortunately, as we saw, a lot of drivers are out. So if you've been rooting for them and you don't see him up there in the top, I should say top 18 now, or top 19, bad news. They're probably in the hauler right now, and they're just rethinking all their options that led to tonight. As we see right now, Claire Halteman, one of the few survivors, running up in P2. But one thing that I do notice is, I mean, Alif was up there with the Ball State partner, but it looks like it is Ball State only for him up there for now. And looks like the pace car lights are off, so we are going green this time around. As right now the drivers are getting ready, and of course it is a rolling start, single filed once again to explain. So they are not gonna be double filed like in NASCAR, because mayhem would ensue. But we'll see if Clint Halterman can get a good run here, because it looked like last restart Ricky Paz was getting a good tow by Clint Halterman going to turn 3, and he was going to make a move, but Clint Halterman shut the door on him and gave him that dirty air, which is something to note about tonight. So, folks, here we go as green, green, green. Let's go racing again here at Nashville Super Speedway.
Green flag, green flag.
As it right now looks like a leaf pulling away good, but not Clint Holtzman, as Ricky Paz is right there behind them. As right now they're going down into turn 1. Ricky trying to go on the outside, but Clint taking the inside. But looks like Ricky has a better drive. He's going to look on the left side. He's on the inside. Is he clear yet? Going down to turn 2. He almost is, but they're still side by side as Clint Holtzman runs the outside, and he gets the better of it. Ricky has to lift off, and he has to get back P2. What a drive for top 3, and it looks like behind him, a battle for 4th, side by side. Jake Cummings, Jason Wallet. Jake trying to take the inside line. Jason Wallet holding out on the outside. Can Jason Wallet hold off for Drexel? He does, as he still gets P4, and looks like Jake Cummings having to lay back a little bit and get that slipstream once again as Jason Wallet running the outside, trying to get away from Jake Cummings. As Jake Cummings nearly hit the wall there, going really far out wide. As we see Ryan Whitlock on board in P6, trying to hold on. As we see these drivers running almost 200 miles per hour, going in and out of the corners. But of course, Ryan Whitlock trying to stay in that draft. Behind him, it's Chase right in front. And we got a caution. And it looks like it is going to be, let's see who it was. Unfortunately, it looks like it was a, ooh, and it looked like it was a really bad break for Tyler Klingesmith. It looks like as he got into it, I believe, as replay will come out. And while we wait for replay, there has been interesting chatter on the driver's radio as some people are. Oh, we got the replay right here. They're going side by side here, going to out of turn 2. And it looks like they are no longer with us. And they're back. So, folks, unfortunately, looks like in the iRacing World servers, currently we are experiencing some outage issues. As even on my end in my sim, I mean, sorry, out here on the track, I was looking at it through my binoculars, and they just disappeared, and they reappeared after after the caution came out. So, folks, even here on track, strange things happening down here in Nashville, but nothing too afraid as we are also once again pacing around on the caution, but. 111 laps to go, folks. I mean, as I'm just saying, it's not what I'd be expecting because, of course, we want to see some long racing. So I believe with the driver field kind of getting smaller and smaller, I hope and I promise that it will get more interesting as we get going more because these drivers all on these primary tires. So let's note about really the tire strategy and the fuel window because we talked about this before the race started. It's around 50 laps of fuel. So they have been pacing now. Now they're on currently lap 15. So we had 3 cautions. So let's get the race analysis up once again. And it looks like, yes, it's around 56 laps of estimated fuel window. So right now they are 15 laps into the run. But remember, folks, we had 3 cautions. So that means there has been I would say around 10 laps cautions of pacing. So these drivers I'm definitely hearing some commotion about saving fuel here and there from the drivers' radios. Their spotters telling them to just clutch it and try to save it. And maybe and potentially make this a one-stop race as I just started hearing one-stopper kind of getting thrown around here and there. It is too early to call for it. Because in order for them to even accomplish that, they would have to get to around lap 75, pit then, and I believe they can just go all out, hammer it down on the gas. Because right now, some people were thinking about pitting around lap 70, 65. Now, if I was a crew chief, I'd tell my driver right now, save, 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 especially if they're between from P5 to P10, because they're getting a nice slipstream from the cars up ahead. So if I were them, I would right now be clutching it and saving it. As we just got word from race control, no penalty for caution, no car collision occurred. Hold on, folks. We're getting a word from race control. So it looks like. Sorry, folks, for the momentary silence right there. Looks like it seems that we have a current rule, which is that drivers are allowed to pass on the right side during restarts. As few drivers were talking and asking with race control if it was allowed, speaking to their spotters, and we just got word from race control. It is iRacing rule, which means whatever iRacing dictates, that is a black flag or not, everything goes. So, which means drivers are able to pass on the right side on the restart. So, right now, safety car lights are out, and a race car will be going in. So this time around, let's go on board with the leader, Muhammad Ali, our Muhammad Ali, and he is currently lacking some lights. And just look how focused he is. I mean, of course, you want to simulate yourself racing at night, and you can tell in real life he is racing in the darkness in nighttime. So Alif, we call him Verstappen. Maybe this time Batman. As right now, Alif coming out of turn 4, getting to the Geico restart zone. We are gonna go green here, and lights are out once again, and it's a green flag. And boogity boogity boogity. Let's go racing at Nashville once again here. As Alif taking a nice stroll, but looks like Clint Holtzman, he's got a better run. He's going to look at the inside, and a leaf is going to shut that door, and Clint Holtzman gets that dirty air, and he's going to wash up, and right behind him, as Jay Cummings, he's trying to get on the inside right there of Jason Wallet for Jackson University. He's going to send it in again, but Jason Wallet, we saw how strong he is on the outside. He's going to hold off Jay Cummings as they go side by side, out of turn 4, down this front stretch, as looks like Jason Wallet, he's going to get that nice toe stream from Clint Holtzman, and he's going to send it in, but looks like up ahead, Ricky Paz, he is going to be fighting it up with Clint Holtzman as they nearly touched it out of turn 2, but once again, they fouled it out, and it looks like it's going to be single file racing as Jay Cummings takes a peek on the inside. Jason Wallet tries to hold off, and it looks like that outside lane is the preferred line. As Jay Cummings, as we see on cam right now, just laser focus right there in P5. He knows he has a car. He knows he wants to get first. It looks like Clint Holtzman, Ricky Paz washed up in front of Jason Wallet, and he's going to take the opportunity. Jay Cummings down on the inside, but once again, Jason Wallet putting the gas on the outside, and he's able to hold off for P4. But as we saw right there, Ricky Paz, he looks like he got a little bit off the gas out of turn 4, and it's out of turn 2. It looks like Jay Cummings, he's getting the attack from Ryan Whitlock as the 81 car trying to make an effort right here. He's getting a nice slipstream. What will he do going into turn 3? He's going to still stay behind Jay Cummings as he's going to put up the block there and go on the inside. Something to focus on here is really the amount of tenacity you have to hold off the driver behind you, because like I said, folks, they are going in turn 1 at 210 miles per hour, especially in the draft, and how tight these cars are is all of just every second, every decision they take is going to be reflective of their track position, which means are they going to go inside to block and defend, give them the dirty air behind, or they go outside trying to get a better run off the exit, as it looks like Jay Cummings is trying to hold off Ryan Whitlock, as it looks like there's a distance now between him and Jason Wallet. So right now, I mean, who would have known, but Aliv trying to pull away, and he successfully is in P1 by a second in front of Clint Holtzman for UNC Charlotte. But right now, the battle, Jason Wallet and Ricky Paz, as right now, Jason Wallet, so Jason Wallet trying to track down Ricky Paz, and he's not able to really do anything with it as he keeps getting washed up. But it looks like Jason Wallet, one of the few that are driving up there. A lot of the drivers I see behind them, they're all taking the inside line, most likely to save tires. But Jason Wallet, he says, I ain't having none of that, and he's riding the high line as he should, trying to make up some ground. As right now, we're on board with Jason Wallet, and it looks like the whole field kind of separated. And as I said earlier, it is currently a single lane, I would say, in terms of driving. Is right now Logan Smith looking on the outside, as let's see a pass on the outside with CL Smith on Lucas Hudi. Still side by side out of turn 2. Logan Smith gonna get that better run off of turn 2. He's probably using the push to overtake, and he mixed the pass for the number 34. I'm very sorry, no push to overtake. Disregard what I said. This is all about towing and drafting and pure skill. No extra horsepower tonight, as these cars do not have push to overtake on the oval. But an amazing pass for Logan Smith, as right now for P9, CL Smith. That is CL Smith in P9. Logan Smith in 10th. As right now, Ryan Whitlock trailing behind Jay Cummings. We saw him make the attack on him, trying to make a pass on the inside. But folks, as we saw with CL Smith, I think that the right way to pass here is on the outside. The inside, it gets too tight for these drivers. And right now, on board here with Ryan Whitlock, 210 miles per hour going down into turn 1. I mean, these drivers are literally driving on the edge. As right now, he's trying to get a nice slipstream down the front stretch, going into turn 1, but not really getting anywhere, as it looks like up ahead, Jason Wallet is falling back, and Jay Cummings is coming towards him. So we'll see what's going to happen here. As right now, on board with Jay Cummings in the number 95 for Converse University. Can he do something here? As Jason Wallet, we saw him run the high line, and with 96 laps to go, you can only imagine how, as we know that these are the primary hard tires, but I mean, us oval guys, we know it's really about saving the tires. The inside line is always going to be the better for the tires. Taking the outside, you're just putting so much And so right now, as we see Sector 1, Jason Wallet faster, but a 10th off in Sector 2. Now, I know that we use sectors in this league, but for tonight, I'm going to just say on the turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, because right now, turn 1 and 2, Jay Cummings just has the advantage, and right now, he's getting that toe link. He's going to look on the inside right here, going to turn 3. Jay Cummings sends it in, but can he hold it? It looks like Jason Wallet is just going to about hold him off out of turn 4, but Jay Cummings, he is there, and he is coming. As right now, as we see a beautiful shot from our CIL blimp, and it looks like it is currently a battle. Sorry, the CIL drone. As right now we see from P4 all the way to the back, it is all just traffic jam mayhem. The top 3 seems to be getting away with Elite, Halterman, and Paz going ahead. But of course, folks, the longer we go... Oh, and never mind. Jay Cummings looking on the inside. Once again, trying to throw it in there, but not producing much. But this is good. As we see on camera, Jay Cummings is trying to lock in on Jason Wallet, trying to make a pass. As we saw, turns 1 and 2, Jay Cummings making up time, but 3 and 4, Jason Wallet just able to hold him off. But right now, a great slipstream. He's going to be door and door right there, side by side into turn 1. Can he pull it off? Once again, out of turn 2, trying to get there, but not able to get him in the end. But this is only just the beginning. As Jason Wallet been running the high line, trying to defend, but those tires, I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be pretty after a while. So right now, Jay Cummings using the inside. Right, we'll see if he's got it right here, side by side still, going to turn 1. He's gonna try and pull out the same move. Can this be 6 times the charm? He has to lay it off, but also trying to put pressure, and pressure he is, as Jason Wallet falling back, and it looks like between Ricky Paz and 4th, there's now a 2-second gap. So Jay Cummings really putting the pressure on Jason Wallet, and right behind them is Ryan Whitlock. As right now, it's CL Smith and Esteban Munoz, the battle for PA, and look at that amazing throw into the outside. CL Smith trying to make it happen as Esteban Munoz tries to put on the block, and he does. He closes the door on CL Smith. But right now, Jay Cummings on the inside. Does he make the pass? Oh, he does not yet, as Jason Wallet lives to fight for another corner. But I don't know about this one, folks. Going to turn 1, Jay Cummings has the advantage. And right now, Ryan Whitlock, as we're jumping on board, not able to do it again. But Ryan Whitlock getting that slipstream. Is he going to send it 3 wide? He does not. He's going to stay in the middle. But right now, it's going to be a battle for 4th. It is a 3-way battle. And Jay Cummings makes the pass. As right now, Jason Wallet gets a little bit squirrely. It looks like he's got a little bit of bump by Jay Cummings. He's going to send it in on the inside again. But once again, it looks like Jason Wallet trying to fight on the outside. And he makes the pass. As Jason Wallet is in P5. And Jay Cummings up into P4. But Ryan Whitlock, he sees this as an opportunity. He's trying, but he's not able to lock it in, as Whitlock going to be settling in right now for P6. But Jason Wallet sending it on the inside. He's going to send it in as Jay Cummings tries to pinch him down. And that was nearly a catastrophe. But Jason Wallet makes contact with Ryan Whitlock as they go down the backstretch, down into turn 3. What a battle for P5. But right now, Ryan Whitlock makes the pass. And Jason Wallet falling behind. And look at that. Charles Wimbley, the number 18, on the front stretch, trying to make something happen. Going to turn 1. He's going to go down on the inside, but not enough. As Jason Wallet is going to, for now, he's going to sit pretty in P6. As behind them, the battle for P10 looks like Lucas Moody trying to make a pass on Esteban Munoz. And folks, remember, top 10 gets points. So no matter what happens, looks like Lucas Moody is for the points contention. And behind him, a second off is Aiken Lamar and P11. As looks like Walker Green Aiken Lamar makes the pass on Walker Green for P11. And right now, Aiken Lamar trying to make something happen here. That is Walker Green, the blue car on the inside, trying to get back at him. But Aiken Lamar looks like he just makes the pass easy peasy, and is going to be up into P11. But that is not points yet, so Lamar has to keep fighting for it, as he's currently 2 seconds off of P10. As we see Ryan Whitlock still up there into P5, but Jason Wallet under the attack of Charles Wembley. And can Charles Wembley capitalize on this? He's going to send it on the inside once again. Jason Wallet trying to defend on the outside. We've seen this move a couple of times already, But once again, Jason Wallet holds him off. But for how long can he do it? Those tires, they are going away. As right now, with 83 laps to go here at Nashville Superspeedway. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a short commercial break. And as we saw, Ryan Whitlock trying to make a pass on Jake Cummings. He's going to try it again down on the inside. But Jake Cummings, he's going to throw the block. And Ryan Whitlock gets a little bit tight and he washes up the track. But as we saw, Charles Wimbley makes the pass on Jason Wallet. But look who's behind Jason Wallet. It's CL Smith. We saw the drive from Smith from P11 to P8. Now trying to get P7. As looks like it's going to be a CL Smith trying to make a strong start here. The CILFC rookie for the oval debut of CLFC, making a strong case tonight. As right now, he's stalking Jason Wall. It looks like he took the high line, half car down below him, trying to get a little bit of slipstream. But it's an interesting way to see this, as it looks like he's just trying to get a good run out of turn 4, but not being able to do anything. As right now we see, once again, Jake Cummings fighting it out with Ryan Whitlock. Can he make the pass? No, he does not. As Jake Cummings defends on the outside and still stays into P4. As right now, CL Smith, he's going to send it on the inside CL Smith onto, who is that? Jason Wallet. Yes, he is still trying to hold off on the outside. But it looks like, I think he's got him in this next corner. And looks like Ryan Whitlock trying to go on the outside and trying to do a CL Smith on the outside. And Jake Cummings, once again, doing a Jason Wallet defense on the outside. As they're door-to-door! No net code, yes! As they go door-to-door, and it's no wreck, and they still go racing. Folks, we have a tight battle here for P4. Right now, with 77 laps to go, a Leaf now catching up almost to the lap traffic up ahead, as it looks like he's going to have to pass a lap car going into the pits right now. But with 76 laps to go, now that the leader took it, tires, folks, we will get, hopefully, we will get a green flag pit stops, as right now we are coming up to our fuel window in about 10 to 15 laps. So it will be interesting. 20 laps, I believe. As Esteban Munoz now is threatening Jason Wallet, as Jason Wallet trying to weave and dodge, as Esteban Munoz sends it on the inside of turn 3. He's going to go side by side out of turn 4. Does he make the pass? No, he's going to stay side by side. And look who's there. It's going to be right there and be right behind them. Lucas Moody of P10 of Ball State University trying to say, hey guys, I'm here. And he's going to make his presence known, as looks like it's going to be Jason Wallet struggling on the outside. And he's still trying to battle it out side by side of turn 4 as they nearly bang doors. And Lucas Moody getting a slipstream. He's looking the inside. It's going to be 3 down into turn 1, folks. First 3 wide of the night after the start. The switcheroo. What a switch. As Lucas Moody, Days of Thunder, takes on to the outside, to the inside. And now he's the one attacking he's the one attacking Jason Wallet. As Jason Wallet trying to still defend. And he still does. Jason Wallet, you are a crazy man being on that outside for so long. But remember, folks, these are the primary hard tires, so I would not expect none of the less. But what did I say right there? As Lucas Moody makes the pass from P10 to P8. How did this happen? As right now, it looks like it's going to be a P8 for Ball State from Lucas Moody. And Jason Wallet looks like he is now relegated into P9. But behind them, Aiken Lamar. Now he's putting the pressure on Esteban Munoz. Hey, there's a lot of racing around. So sorry, folks, if my voice gets a little bit too out of breath. But this is what I live for. This is what you guys are watching. As right now, Esteban Munoz trying to defend on the inside, as Aiken Lamar taking the outside. Right now, I'm so sorry. The battle for 9th, I should say. So right now, this is a top 10 battle. And behind them, Walter Green. It looks like Walter Green is actually catching up to them. He is now only a second less behind. He was 2 seconds back behind this last lap. So Walker Green, he likes what he's seeing up there. He wants them to keep battling. So right there, is his chance to be in the points for the CLFC rookie in his second race. I should say his second race debut. So right now, of course, a reminder, folks. Yes, our Muhammad Ali is of course leading in this race as ATVO or whatever it is currently. Is the tower, I should say, is a little bit janky. So Alif, as we see right there, he is in first by a long shot, with Clint Halterman nearly 2.5 seconds behind him. Behind them is Ricky Paz, 4 seconds behind the leader, and behind Ricky Paz, another 4 seconds is Jake Cummings, still trying to hold off Ryan Whitlock. As we see Charles Wembley, the battle for P6, as right now CL Smith trying to make the pass on Charles Wembley for P6, as CL Smith, he's gonna get a nice draft, going down into turn 1, side by side, CL Smith, I'm just gonna call him Smith, he's gonna make a nice run on the outside, he makes that pass, chef's kiss, and he gets P6. As Charles Wembley, once again falling behind, he was in P5, now, Aiken Lamar charging through for P9. He sends it in. Can he make a stick? Yes, he can. As he passes Esteban Munoz for P10, and it looks like Jason Wallet will be under the pressure once again by Aiken Lamar as he takes a high line and Jason Wallet on the midline. As we saw the Goat Hong, as we just see word that Goat Hong has been in the pits. He is currently on fresh tires. Or it looks like he's going to go back in the pits. He is currently 5 laps down, so I'm so sorry for the Goat Hong fans. He is currently not in the contention for the win. And Aiken Lamar passing on the inside of Jason Wallet for P9. Jason Wallet, or CIL, going backwards, is now down to P10. And Aiken Lamar, a strong drive as we saw from P12 up to P9. And folks, as a reminder, with 65 laps to go, we are nearing the fuel window. Now, of course, with all the caution laps earlier, it was a great fuel saving, but it can only go for so long. So, of course, we might see a few people go in, maybe do a two pit stop strategy. But right now, I am hearing the driver radios, and it looks like it is going to be a one stopper. But of course, it's going to be a little bit of a long ways where they have to save some fuel here and there. So a lot of them are currently half throttling. And Ryan Whitlock blocking at CL Smith. And CL Smith takes a peek on the inside, side by side, door, bump, back to door. They're still side by side. CL Smith trying to clear him, but he doesn't. As Ryan Whitlock, once again, gets to survive another turn. Down into turn 1, once again, Ryan Whitlock is going to have to block him or really hold him off side by side at a turn 2, and he does. And it looks like CL Smith, we saw the charge from him from P16, I believe, up into P6. He wants to make a top 5 for his second race, his second debut. As right now we see drivers going down into pit road. Our first one looks like it's Tyler Klingensmith, who's currently going into the pit. So we got our first driver to go into the pits and switch, as he was in P14 down into P16. As folks, we are underway here with 61 laps to go. Don't go anywhere, as looks like green flag stops are going to come around the corner, and we're going to see who's going to underpit or overpit. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CILFC Round 2 Oval debut with 60 laps to go. And as we saw, green flag pit stops are underway as our Muhammad Ali has pitted in for the softs. And right now, he is currently in P12 trying to get back up through the field. And he was the first one to pit in. And unfortunately, his pit stop didn't really go as smoothly as he wanted to. I was just getting word from his crew chief. He tried to get out of lap traffic, and it looks like he got a lot of lap traffic in front of him. As right now, CL Smith up into P2, and Ryan Whitlock up into P1. And Jay Cummings of Converse University now rolling into outer pit road, I should say, as he got those fresh Firestone tires. And right now, he is currently back on track. Looks like he is in P9, trailing behind Ricky Paz, who also just pitted. So right now, a majority of the leaders now have pitted. So right now, it is going to be, it looks like Ryan Whitlock, CL Smith, Lucas Moody, Aiken Lamar, Walter Green has the top 5 drivers haven't pit yet. It looks like, speak of the devil, Ryan Whitlock, CL Smith now going into the pits. And it's going to be a battle between these two. I want to, if we could stay on this battle right here, as it looks like it's going to be the battle of, I believe, for P7. So we'll see how CL Smith and Ryan Whitlock, let's see which pit crew can do it better. As right now, it looks like the drivers are now changing their Firestone tires. CL Smith and it looks like Ryan Whitlock are both in and out, and it looks like CL Smith got the upper hand. He was in first gear, quicker than Ryan Whitlock, side by side, going out of the pits. Folks, this isn't a caution lap, so it is all bets are off, and it looks like CL Smith, gentleman's rules, he's going to let him by through. And of course, now they're right now they are battling P4, P5. I believe Jake Cummings is about a roundabout out of turn 4. He gets in front now. He is up to P4. So right now, it looks like it is the battle for a 5th between Ryan Whitlock and CL Smith for a top 5. And right now, folks, your eyes are not deceiving. Claire Halterman of UNC Charlotte, the alumni driver, is out in the front. He underpitted a leaf, I believe, by 1 lap or 2 laps, if I'm not mistaken, based on my notes. I'm sorry, folks, my binoculars. I was not looking at it at the right time, but yes, it looks like Halterman underpitted a leaf, and now he is up by a 2.5 seconds. Now, with 1 lap traffic between them, that is Ben Fiore, the number 55 of Ball State. So it is going to be a battle of attrition. Who can stay up front? Because, folks, look at if you can only see my view from up here, we got traffic everywhere. There's no more than a second between each other drivers. So these leaders, they're going to try and play hot potato and pass along lap traffic to see and try to hold them off. As right now, let's go on board here with Charles Wembley, as we are currently in P7 and trailing behind Lucas Moody by nearly half a second, as you see the car up front. So let's take a ride here, as we just got fresh tires right now, going into turn 3, 200 miles per hour, mid-turn, 191, down the front straightaway, 200 easily. 210, no, 209, but as we see, folks, it's all about those tires, how we make it last, because I did mention earlier, who is a tire whisperer, who is not, and it looks like, unfortunately, Jason Wallet, who was up fighting in P4, putting the pressure on Jay Cummings, now after the pit cycle, he is sitting not so pretty in P12. So it is, as I mentioned, it's about how you save these tires, and as an oval guy, of course, it is always the inside line that you want to take it easy, nice, as we see right there, Charles Wembley, on the gas, half throttle into the corner, and then full throttle out of the corner. But it's that nice arc, that smoothness, as we see him turn nice into turn 1. And right now, it looks like it's Ryan Whitlock. Looks like he caught up with Jake Cummings of Converse. He's going to send it on the inside. Side by side, Converse versus Ryan Whitlock. What can they do as they still side by side? We saw them battling each other, but it looks like Jay Cummings still side by side down this front stretch, down into turn 1. Can Ryan Whitlock, can he lock in? He does, as Ryan Whitlock locks into P4, and Jay Cummings is going to be P5, but behind him, it's CL Smith. He's going to send it on the inside. He has a draft between those two drivers. Ryan Whitlock cannot set it off. We got lap traffic up ahead, giving a little bit of dirty air. That it looks like it's going to be out. The goat Hong. That is the goat Hong in front of them, setting up. As right now, they pass through the goat Hong and Ricky Paz up front in P3. Ryan Whitlock, P4. CL Smith with a drive up into top 5. And Jay Cummings loses 2 spots from P4 to P6. Not a great showing right there for him. So, folks, I know I spoke about Jason Wallet. Unfortunately, he was our CAL biggest backwards driver of tonight. Let's talk about the CAL biggest movers and our most position gained. Let's go from lowest to most. as Lucas Santos, the 05 car, up 15 positions. A great strong drive, but that's not all, folks. Walker Green up 16 positions. Alan the Goat Hong somehow up 18 positions. So yeah, I believe he started from the back, so he definitely made up a lot of those red cars. But I do want to mention, truly, Tyler Klingensmith. He is battling from P30 to P13. Another driver that was back there behind the wreck, but now up into P11. Tyler Klingensmith up 18 positions. He is our CIL biggest mover of the night and potentially trying to get into P10. So let's go on board here. Let's give some love to Noah Masseret in the number 21 car as we are on board here. Yes, he is currently in P15, but a strong drive for him nonetheless as he's up 17 positions as we see the lovely driver's cam that he's provided us tonight from inside the cockpit. It is definitely definitely a tough track and a tough race car to handle, as right now we are with 44 laps to go here. Let's go on board here and let's go to Ricky Paz instead. Looks like the battle for third just got tight. Oh no, never mind, I'm sorry. Ryan Whitlock made the pass to Ricky Paz. We just missed it a while ago, but on board with Ricky, he said, I am not done, and he's trying to put the battle up there for the podium, but looks like Ryan Whitlock stealing the podium from Ricky Paz, but Ricky is not giving up anytime soon. So as we go on board, let's do a quick CIL crank it up, don't go anywhere, and turn up that volume. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are 35 laps to go here at Nashville Superspeedway, the CIL FC's oval debut. And right now, on board with Aiken Lamar, I've been watching him while we were on break here. Oh, perfect point of view. He is gleaning and gaining. He is currently in P10. He's going to try and get to P9. And hold on, folks, we got another battle. CL Smith, Ricky Paz trying the battle of P4. And right now, CL Smith, folks, do not be mistaken. Logan Smith is a good driver, but CL Smith, he's also another good driver. As right now, the battle for fourth place is on. And we saw Ricky Paz got overtaken by Ryan Whitlock in the 81 car. So right now, Ricky Paz, his tires are getting a little bit degradation. And CL Smith, I mean, this is a man on the mission. I mean, we saw him from the back to the front. I mean, I know we didn't say he was the CL biggest mover, but he definitely is in my heart because this man on the outside and on the inside. He is making it happen. So right now we are on board with Munoz and in the battle for P9 with Aiken Lamar. And it looks like Esteban Munoz trying to stay with him, but that's one thing to note. It looks like Aiken Lamar from my binoculars up here in the tower. I'm trying to see. It looks like he got a little bit of damage on his right front, but nothing too bad as the number 94 is still rising up and in the points paying position, doing really well tonight. As right now, we are watching the 34 of CL Smith trying to gain at, right now, Ricky Paz. Is Ricky trying to hold on for P4? Unfortunately, it looks like he's not going to be contending for the podium unless we get a caution, folks. And one thing to note here is, I know in other races when we do road courses, cautions doesn't really play a factor here. But remember, we are on an oval. Anything can happen last minute, and things tend to go a little bit crazy with a few laps to go. So right now, CL Smith taking a peek on the inside, and it looks like he's going to get even closer as he does a really good 1 and 2. But Ricky, what will he do? Will he defend on the inside? No, he does not. He's going to send it on the outside, and looks like CL Smith with that open free air is going to try and use it as much as he could. Does he make the pass? Yes, he does, as Ricky is going to lift off and give him P4. What a drive for CL Smith tonight as he moves up into hold on, I'm sorry. Is that P3? I'm so sorry. P3. Lucas Moody is off the pace. Lucas Moody is falling back. I'm so sorry. Our Muhammad Ali, he's in the pits. Folks, our Muhammad Ali has gone into the pit stop. I'm so sorry. Lucas Moody is fine. I'm currently watching right now, and it looks like I'm trying to look for damages. No, it looks like our Muhammad Ali decided to just go into the pits. I believe I'm getting word, not enough fuel. Ali did not get enough fuel. It looks like it, perhaps. And it looks like he is currently in P14. The race has changed, folks, as Ricky Paz is back on the podium. But now Lucas Moody, Ricky Paz is trying to get back on the podium as CL Smith is trying to hold on to it. But yes, it looks like our Muhammad Ali did not get enough fuel. Or, let's put on our tinfoil hats, ladies and gentlemen. Remember what I said. It's all about having enough fuel and saving it. Who has been up front most of the race? Our Muhammad Ali up into clean air. And yes, it's good for tires, but all that clean air means he has to be on the gas even more. He has no draft, no toe to help him out. So I believe it looks like Alif leading all those. It looks like Alif has not been able to do the one stopper as I was strategizing for my imaginary driver. And he currently gets the fastest lap, but looks like Lucas Moody trying to make a pass now on Ricky Paz. So Lucas Moody, he's looking at a potential podium right here. Looking at it from the outside to the inside. Right now, side by side with Ricky Paz. Can Lucas Moody do it? He's still side by side through turns 1 and 2. Bumper not clear. Still door side by side. He's probably going to make it happen into turn 3. And he does. And it looks like he is clear. And Lucas Moody moves up into P4. Now CL Smith, he's been looking behind with a second of a gap. But now he realizes, Lucas, he is on the move. Moody on the move. And right now, Charles Wembley also behind Ricky. Looks like he is also being a half a tenth faster. So Charles Wembley trying to make a case here and maybe get a top 5. But behind him, Jay Cummings and Aiken Lamar also battling it out there for P7 and P9. Actually, and then while we're doing this, let's go and let's do a top 10. Let's run through the top 10. So in first place, of course, we have Clint Halteman. Sorry for the change of pace, but with 23 to go, let's go through it quickly. UNC Charlotte alumni driver who unfortunately was not there for the end of last race to get P1. He is out front, but let's hope that he has enough fuel, because if Alif was not able to hold on and do a one-stopper with Halteman also in cleaner, can he do it? So a strong drive for him. And as you see, folks, a long way back, the 81 of Ryan Whitlock in P2. A strong driver in the second half of this race, especially after the pit stop. He was able to make his way up from P7 to P2. So a strong drive for Whitlock. Back there in P3, more 5 seconds behind is CL Smith. Don't confuse him with Logan Smith, as he is currently in P3. CL Smith making a strong drive. And once again, also having a strong second half of this race. Lucas Moody, another contender. We saw him up in the top 10. He was meandering around here and there, but looks like he's got it all together. And hopefully with 20 laps to go, he's able to capitalize and finish out with a strong P4. Ricky Paz on the next guy on the move, but unfortunately the next guy falling behind. We saw him up into P3, lost out of the podium, and also Lucas Moody passing him. He is currently falling behind. Hopefully he can stay on to P5. Next is Charles Wembley. He is also currently trying to get up there. He also was in the top 10. And it looks like, hold on, folks. That's a battle we see right there. It's Jake Cummings and Aiken Lamar. He is trying to hold it up. So it looks like, Aiken Lamar with Jake Cummings. It looks like lap traffic is a Leaf right in front of them making the move. But as we saw, a Leaf and P14, unfortunately, not enough fuel. And looks like, I believe a crew chief is going to get fired by the end of the day for the Ball State University camp. And behind Aiken Lamar, who I forgot to mention having a strong race, is Jay Cummings, who's having a not strong race. I'm sorry, Converse University folks. I know y'all have to have a shout out to those folks. I know they always have a watch party for this man, but unfortunately tonight he was up into P3, fell back into P8. Looks like the tire degradation was not taken account, but still, P8, he's in the points paying position, top 10. So Converse, if you're watching y'all right now, your driver up there, he's still doing a good job in the number 95. Esteban Munoz in P9 for the 009 car. Oh, another strong drive. Did not expect him up here up front for this long. We saw him contending for P10, but looks like he is comfortable in P9. And followed by that is Walker Green. The number 48, we saw him. He's been looking on the outside to the inside of P10, and now he is in, barely holding on with a 2.4 second gap to 11th place. I believe he is sitting nice and pretty there, as he's currently a lap behind. Actually, he is now at P9. I'm so sorry, folks. P9. I believe somebody just went into the pits. Nope, that was just relatives. I'm very sorry. So Clint Haltman lapped Walker Green. So right now, there's only 9 cars on the lead lap. That was a tongue twister right there, folks. So 9 cars on the lead lap. The rest are either a lap down, few laps down to being out. So with that being said, with 14 laps to go, I'm trying to see a list of drivers who are unfortunately not with us anymore, but in the haulers, because they are out of the race from the first wreck. So let's see if I can, let me see here. Oh, I got it here. Don't worry, I got it here. So Lee Kane, so let's go through the list. So if you hear, right now, Aiken Lamar making a loop on Lucas Moody. He's now past he's past CL Smith, it looks like. And it looks like CL Smith is out of the podium. Lucas Moody up there into P3. Ball State University, tune in right now, because all hope is not lost. Your driver, one of your drivers at least, might be in the podium. And as update, let's do our Muhammad Alif update. He is still in P13. He is lapped. He's surging through. He's trying to make the most out of this, but I don't think, unfortunately, with 12 laps to go, I don't think he will do much here. There's just not enough laps to go. But still, Alif, a strong start, but a lap down in P13. Ball State, not going to be happy with that one. But Lucas Moody is up there in P3, so the day is not over for Ball State. And as I said, I got the list right here. Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind, folks. Charles Wembley, Ricky Paz. Looks like they are fighting it out. But right now, with 10 laps to go, let me go off and read the unfortunate people that were out immediately. Lee Kane, Christian Hill, Jonathan Eggy, Nick Stockner, Andrew McManus, Marlo Duncan, Dylan Beatty, Drew Williams, Cohen Evans, Alex Frenetti, Andrew Burrow, Garrett Vidon, Cale Davidson, Thornton Thomas, Jordan Johnson, Nicholas Patinella, and Brady McManus. So if you just heard your drivers right there, unfortunately, they are no longer on the track. They are still with us in the haulers, but they are not too happy. Wrecked out in the first turn. Out of the turn 4 in the first lap, which was a big wreck. And that is our, I should say, wrecked drivers update. So if you heard your drivers there, unfortunately they were out of the race from the beginning, but do not fret, folks, because they are okay. The CIL safety crew have attended to everyone, and looks like everyone is safe. And they are healthy and sound alive. Now, let's see right here as CL Smith still trailing behind Lucas Moody with 7 laps to go. One will say, can Lucas Moody hold off? As it looks like the fastest lap, Aiken Lamar with the fast lap right there. So he's still trying to put it down some good laps. And CL Smith getting the toe right there behind Lucas Moody. 6 laps to go here as the leader takes the line. And it looks like CL Smith, he wants to make it happen. He says, I want this podium on the CILFC debut. Can he make it happen? Who knows as right now. CL Smith on the inside. As we got lap traffic up ahead. As it's going to be Lucas Moody take on the inside. CL Smith on the outside. But Lucas Moody, he's going to wash up. He's not going to get an exit out of turn 4. CL Smith, he's going to get a better exit. He's going to try and stay in line. Down the front stretch. CL Smith looking on the inside. Lucas Moody going to battle it on the inside. He does not. That was not a pretty entry right there. CL Smith also washes up, and that dirty air is not helping him out. But still, getting that draft. What is he going to do? Looking on the inside. No, staying on the outside. As Lucas Moody going to throw it in on the middle. But CL Smith backing up that corner. He's going to get a nice exit there. But still far away by 2 car lengths. He's still not there yet with 4 laps to go here at Nashville Superspeedway. It's going to be... And right now, down into turn 3. Were you seeing it right there with your own eyes, folks? The battle for P3, the podium between CL Smith and Lucas Moody. Can Lucas Moody hold off a P3 and bring Ball State at least a podium position finish? Or will CL Smith ruin the night and take that P3? Right now, with 2 laps to go, as the leader has taken 2 laps to go, it's UNC Charlotte, Clay Ultimate up front with Ryan Whitlock falling behind. And right now, it is going to be, for the first time this season, a non-Ball State winner for the CILFC. This is going to be one heck of a finish right here as the leader rounding about turn 4. Lap traffic in the way, folks. It's not going to be easy for Clay Holtzman as he's going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. And then right now, Esteban Munoz not making it easy, as right now it's going to be a UNC Charlotte first place victory. It's been a couple of series, and by calling it too early, I'm sorry, folks. I'm just excited. It's out of turn 4. Claire Holtzman, he's going to take the checkered flag, and it's a victory for UNC Charlotte at the CILFC Oval debut at Nashville Superspeedway. Fall behind him, Ryan Whitlock with a strong drive. He's going to get P2. And Lucas Moody rounding about the podium finish. He is going to get a P3. Let's go for Ball State University. They are still going to have a good night. And CL Smith, unfortunately, a battle to the end. He is not going to do it and gets a P4. Jake Cummings is going to get a P6 right after Charles Wembley with a P5. Ricky Paz, a P7, a P8 for Esteban Munoz. Jason Wallet somehow holding it off for a P9 and riding about a top 10. Walker Green in his second FC debut is going to be getting a points position. And drivers are still trying to get to the checkered flag. And it looks like Walter Green is going to do a little bit of a donut for, that is, I believe, Ryan Whitlock. And it looks like Whitlock also celebrating with, I mean, I don't know, folks, if Claire Holtzman let him do a burnout, but looks like it's a P1, P2 burnout. Maybe celebrating the Leaf not in first place. But, it's going to be a P1 for the 3rd time, I believe, for Claire Holtzman in the CILFC. Oh my God, folks, I am out of breath. That was insane for our first ever CILFC Oval debut. I think I said that the 10th time. Someone can make a funny edit of that. But, wow, who would have known the drama, the excitement, and the disappointment, of course, with all this happening. Folks, I did not have it on my bingo card that a Leaf is just out of the race right there at the end. He was looking at a nice Sunday night cruise, I should say, a Wednesday night cruise, going into the sunset. But he unfortunately looks like he ran out of fuel. I am still trying to get word on that, but I believe that is the case. And right now, we are currently trying to get ourselves ready for the driver's interview. But of course, the drivers are celebrating with their team, and it looks like it is going to be a UNC Charlotte for the first time in this season. As right now, we are going to get the drivers up here soon. Let's see. We got Clint Holtzman, Ryan Whitlock, Lucas Video. So I am going to ping them to ask them if they are ready to drive. Let's see if for it. Let's see. Ready. Let's see. All right. So our plan is to have the first place Clint Holtzman up here in the booth in a short momentarily. He's still talking. He's currently in the driver's cool down room talking with Ryan Whitlock and Lucas Moody, and I bet they have a lot to say for this first race at an oval. I should say second race of the season at an oval. Okay. All right. So right now it is going to be a little bit of a technical difficulties, as right now we are just waiting for confirmation that Clint is ready for our interview. All right. Well, let's bring on in Clint Halterman of UNC Charlotte, our winner of tonight's CIL FC round two. Clint Halterman, welcome to the booth. I mean, I'm not gonna say I told you so, but I did say last week. I said I'll see you up in the booth next time, but I did not know you were gonna win tonight. I mean, I was just thinking of the best way to teach you to be like, and Clint Halterman with the first win of the season for UNC Charlotte, but it ups UNCC University. Oh, an upset, I should say. Tell me your thoughts on the whole race. Your first time, the first time that we're running CILFC on an oval.
Yeah, I'm so hyped right now. I did not expect um I did not expect I think I mentioned last week how I was nervous for this race because I didn't I wasn't very comfortable with IndyCars and ovals, but man, that I don't know. I was so mad that Alif was so fast though, because it's like we got to an oval and then all of a sudden he's still fast, but yeah, that was crazy. The first like 15 laps, I think we lost like half the field, which was unfortunate, but also good because then we got a nice long run there. And basically, I got a comfortable gap to I think the car behind me, and I realized I wasn't catching a leaf anyways, pushing, so I started saving gas on that first run, and I was able to. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Get right in here, get the 1-2, but
And
hello.
let me introduce everybody. Ryan Whitlock has joined the booth up. Sorry, the victory lane, I should say. Ryan Whitlock, the number 81. He's gonna join us as a P2. So it's a P1 P2 interview. And I mean, Clint, I wanna let's. I was gonna ask Ryan Whitlock. I mean, how excited I see on Discord y'all sharing gifts together. You guys are happy for a P1 P2. I mean, actually, let me ask you this first, Clint. How does this make you feel? Just getting this P1 P2 with your friend here.
It's great. I mean, we've been, me and Ryan have done a couple officials together, and it seems like in every official we do together, I either wreck or he wrecks or something happens. So it feels like we've been bad luck for each other, but finally got the monkey off our back. Got a P1 and P2. Um, yeah, it's great start to the season. I know Ryan has had really good pace. He had a really good pace at Laguna. Unfortunately, got caught up in that wreck. So really cool to see him pull out the podium here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Clint and I both tried making the IndyCar Pro Series, and if I wrecked, he didn't, and
Yeah.
if I didn't, he did. Like, and we even did a full length Barber official. He qualified better than me, but he wrecked like first lap, and then I won the
Oh.
thing. So yeah, just this breaks the Ryan Clint IndyCar luck streak, I would say.
Yeah.
Especially
Podium
after
anti.
Laguna.
Would you say Clint and Ryan anti podium? So you're saying that you've never finished on a podium together?
I don't
Yeah,
think I think this is the first time. Yeah.
probably.
Well, folks, you heard that not only a CILFC Oval debut, but a Clint and Ryan FC podium debut too. So happy for you two folks. And I mean, Clint, I know you answered my question, but I mean, we'll keep you here while I ask Ryan. I mean, Ryan, thoughts on racing here for the first time in this configuration, I should say, for this series.
Yeah, well, I knew these cars couldn't take as much of a beating as cup cars. So I knew if you made it past the first half of the race, the field size was going to be cut in half, and then the racing would actually be pretty clean. Unfortunately, a lot of our other teammates did not have the same luck we did. But I mean, it was good racing for the second half. I think I did more fuel saving in the first stint than Clint did. So I had better pace in the second half, but then the gap was too big to really do anything with. And dirty air was definitely something. I know in iRacing they're literally running the wrong aero configuration. And in real life in Nashville, they're running higher downforce aero configs than this. So I knew it was going to be something, but it was good. I think it was interesting once we got through the yellows.
Mhm. I mean, it was definitely a turn one catastrophe. I mean, it's like you said, you guys got through, you survived, and I mean, I was not expecting it in turn four. I was expecting it in turn two. So I would think that you guys got a little bit of good luck right there, getting through the field. So I mean, I think you guys answered most of the questions, but I did want to say just this quick. I was gonna say shout outs, but before we do that, I did have one quick question. How did y'all two react when a Leaf went into the pits out of nowhere?
I
And we'll start
was
with Clint.
I was stunned. I don't know what happened to him. I know, like what I was mentioning before, like I knew I had a big gap on him. I knew had to do a lot of fuel saving because I had to save like a lap or two, and I pitted 3 laps after a Leaf. So I knew, and I saw he was doing a lot of fuel saving. And he felt like 5 seconds back from me, and then all of a sudden he started getting back. So I was like, okay, so now he's starting to push. And I knew Ryan was good on fuel. He had good tires, and he just made the pass for third. And so I was starting to have to push a little bit more. Have to turn my engine map up, and then all of a sudden, a Leaf is pitting. I don't know what happened to him, but I knew my chances were a lot better than because Ryan, I think you were stuck like five lap cars behind me or something like that, and I had some clean air. So I knew just I was gripping the wheel so hard just to like keep the car straight, don't spin, put my weight jacker down a little bit, to just make sure I had a little more stable car. But yeah, that was. I've seen so much of a Leaf's rear bumper in all these races. It's fine. It's nice to finally beat him for once.
I mean, I believe you won before, right?
I did. Oh, I did beat him, but
Yeah.
he also got taken out by a lap car from my
And
first
hey,
cup
a win is
win.
a win.
So
A
a win's
win
a
is a
win.
win.
A
A
win's
win
a
is a
win.
win.
A win's a win. But
A win is a
it was
win.
nice to legitimately win. Well, I guess legitimately I had I beat him out of the pits, and I held on to it until something happened to him. So. But he still got the score up to me. He's probably like 25-2 now or something like that. But we take any
We
victory we
take
can
those.
get.
We take those.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like Newgarden versus O'Ward at
It-
ovals. Like they finished 1-2 plenty of
Yeah,
times, but it's been
exactly.
Newgarden 1 for like most of them.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, it was. Listen, man, I was so excited when you were about to cross. I kind of called the race. I believe in turn three. Thank you to Keith, our broadcasters, to kind of slow me down. I was like, UNC
We were
Charlotte is
literally
about to
counting
get a
down
win.
laps.
Oh yeah.
And I'm telling you, I was like, I was so excited, and I totally forgot I was gonna make the call. I was gonna say, UNC Charlotte, your little boy has done it. Claire Ultimate is a CILFC winner. But then I was like, wait, no, you won before, so I can't really make that call.
I haven't
But
won an FC before, so that's the
I
first win in FC.
wait, really?
Yeah.
What? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I failed. I failed as a commentator. I'm so sorry. And I was gonna say, so you said that, and I'm sorry, but we gotta keep it going. So Ryan, so let's do shout out. So Clint,
Yeah.
Clint,
Yeah,
shout out,
yeah.
and then Ryan, shout out, and then y'all gotta skedaddle now.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah,
I'll see
yeah.
you guys
All
next
right.
week.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out Ryan for Fishy P2. I'll shout out the Orange Racing guys, even though I think me and Ryan were the only two guys to finish out of the bunch.
And we don't have orange wheels.
And we don't have orange wheels, so we did a bad job. But and then yeah, shout out to y'all for putting on the broadcast for tonight.
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, shout out y'all for the broadcast. Shout out Clint for the race. Orange Wheeler Racing, specifically the Petite Le Mans gang. That is our pilgrimage to Mecca every year. Really looking forward to that. That's gonna be awesome. Shout out Charger Motorsports and the entire admin crew. I mean, for putting this together. I know it was a big leap, especially to Ricky. Big leap going from a Super Formula to this. This was the first oval race. We'll see how it goes. But just everybody, the team, admins, super awesome to be part of this league.
And well,
Oh yeah.
What
The
your shout
first race of the Collegiate Sports Car Challenge is September 19th. It's 2 hours at Autodromo e Enzo e Dino Ferrari.
yeah, and tell us what do you do behind the scenes? Like, who are you? What's your title?
I am the Collegiate Sports Car Challenge director. And that is the first ever CIL. This was the first ever CIL FC Oval race.
Yeah. So
Okay, all right. That's going to be the first ever CIL team race. Go watch it. Participate. Sign up.
I will elaborate later, but thank you so much, Clint Altman, Ryan Whitlock, for joining us in the booth. OWR mention. Congrats to y'all, folks, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, that was a electrifying P1 and 2. P3, folks, raise your hands and clap for Lucas Moody. Let's give him a 50-minute standing ovation for holding off our hard and charging CL Smith to round about P3 for a Ball State, at least a Ball State podium, because almost every other race, we got to have you guys in the podium. So, Lucas, talk to me, bud. How do you feel not only representing, but finishing better than a Leaf? Like, oh, wow.
I know, it's insane. 2 podiums in 1 week. This is literally first time I've ever got back-to-back podiums in a race. So I'm feeling cloud 9, really elated right now. But yeah, I'm super happy and I'm super excited to continue, keep putting in the work and make sure I keep up the streak and just trying to prove myself in CIM and show this isn't just like luck or this wasn't just like a one-time thing, that I can regularly run at the front like this.
I mean, it's definitely a strong race for you. And of course, I know us oval guys, we do really well, but to see you just hammer it down and go through the field and be contenders, you put up a hefty fight there at the end. So, I mean, I just wanted to quickly ask, before you give a shout out, what were your thoughts when a Leaf just suddenly pulled into the pits?
Going into the race, our plan was a 2-stop, and that's what I thought. That's what we all thought we were doing. And then when we had those 3 cautions back to back, 6 gear, clutch in, map 8, and I'm saving fuel, and like lap 40 or so, I'm like, I can make it to lap 68, 70 before pitting. I can do a 1-stop here. So that's what I did. I extended my first stint all the way through, and then just 6 gear. I don't know how the map worked too much. So for the second stint, I was 6 gear, and then it was holding the clutch in the corner. So I was killing the revs basically. But I assumed a Leaf would still do a 2-stop because he pit way before me. I think he pit 7 or 10 laps before me. Most people did. It was only the people that were able to stay out the extra laps that were able to do the 1-stop. The people that extended that as much as we had a really good battle at the end. I think I was fuel saving just a little bit less than him. I don't think I had too much of a pace advantage. I think it was just he had to fuel save more. But the beginning of the race was so chaotic. I was getting sent 3 wide left and right. I'm just like, I want to finish this race. So I went from 4th to like 9th in the first 5 laps. And I'm just like, I just want to finish this race. I'm not putting up a fight. Like in the long run, I know that I can save my tires better. So I was just sitting back, waiting for my chance, and yeah, it worked out.
Well, that was an amazing strong drive. And of course, just to prove that I wasn't yapping to the folks at home, I did call it. When we saw Leaf going to the pits, we thought it was some mechanical issue or something. And then I thought, this man went in the pits too early. And he was leading, right? He was leading, which means he had to use up a lot of the gas. So, Lucas,
no draft.
No draft, right? No draft, no help, no fuel savings. So thank you so much for confirming my my suspicions. And give us your shout outs.
Yeah, so of course I got to thank my teammates, Alif and Kale, and Nick and Dylan, who are also doing this race for the Academy team. Also, our Oval team, I forgot to shout out Daniel Munden. I felt super bad about it. So shout out Daniel, Kelton, Ben. I want to make sure I don't miss anyone. Daniel, Kelton, Ben.
Yeah.
I believe that's our Oval. Oh, and Andrew. Gotta shout out Vortex Motorsports and Overseas Setup Shop. Vortex mention. And then I also have to shout out my parents, my mom, my dad, my brother, and of course Dan and BK who run Ball State Esports here.
Lovely shout outs, Lucas Moody for Ball State getting another podium, a back-to-back podium, should say.
Let's
Cannot
go.
go unsaid. Congratulations, bud, and see you on the track on Monday. And good luck next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You too.
Well, folks, that was our top 3 finishers. I believe that was, yeah. I mean, I was thinking, who's our alumni winner? It was our Clear Halterman. So UNC Charlotte, your little boy done it. And Clear Halterman is a winner in the Seattle FC for the first time. So it is time to wrap it up. I just got a big angry text from our producers. So let's wrap it up. Let's go at the schedule. So let's see what's up. So as mentioned, oh, right. I'm so sorry. Grid. Let's do the final results. So in P1, of course, yours truly, UNC Charlotte in P1. And it's going to be Clint Halterman taking it home. Ryan Whitlock in second place for University of Alabama Huntsville. Lucas Moody in P3, rounding about the podium for Ball State University. CL Smith, not Logan Smith, for AU Byrne University in P4. Charles Wimbley of Guilford College, rounding about top 5. Followed by that Jay Cummings, who somehow managed to get a P6 after that not so great second half for Converse University. Still a great run for him. Ricky Paz also falling back into P7 for East Carolina University, a good top 10. And our lap down drivers, so Esteban Munoz finishing in P8, a good drive for Florida University, International University. P9, Jason Wallet, Trevor Jacksonville University, contending up front. Tires died quickly, but managed to stay up there. And our last points paying position goes to Walker Green, another Seattle FC rookie, AU Byrne University. Proud for him. P11, Ben Fiore missing out for Marist College. P12, Alif, Muhammad Alif, running out of fuel towards the end for Ball State. Had to go and pit again. Tyler Klingesmith and P13 for Robert Morris University. P14 for Brent Burton, another CLFC rookie for Indiana. Aiken Lamar, Howard Community College, a good run for him in P15. Alexander Diamond for Drexel University in P16. The Goat Hong, St. Clair College, finishing out in P17. And here are the people that unfortunately were wrecked out. Noah Massar in University of Pittsburgh in P18. Lucas Santos for University of Minnesota Twin Cities in P19. Lee Kane rounding up our top 20 for University of Southern Mississippi. And these were the wrecked cars, I should say. Christian Hill for P21st. Jonathan Eggy, P22nd. Nick Stockner, P23. Andrew McNannis, P24. Andrew Duncan for P25. Dylan Beatty, P26. Andrew Williams, P27. Cohen Evans, P28. Alex Fernetti, P29. Rounding about top 30, Andrew Burrow, P30. And unfortunately for his debut tonight, Garrett Vian for P31. Thornton Thomas, Seattle FC rookie, P32. Jordan Johnson, unfortunately taken out, P33. Nicholas Patinella, P34. Cale Davidson, strong contender, unfortunately also out, P35. Brady McManus, P36. Mark Turek, P37. Nick Henley, P38. And lastly but not least, Adrian Tibagoic for P39. Now let's move on to our schedule. So, of course, this week, as mentioned by yours truly one and only Ryan Whitlock, is going to be the CSC debut race that is going to be tomorrow. It is going to be a race that you cannot miss. It is the GT3 cars, or I should say, the first CIL multi-class team race. So that is going to be tomorrow for the Collegiate Sports Car Challenge. So it's going to be one heck of a race. Don't miss it tomorrow at 8:30 live on the CIL YouTube. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Next week. Hold on to your horses, folks. I'm just that excited to watch it next week, next Thursday. You don't want to miss it. Now, next Monday, I should say, is going to be the Cup, CIL Cup, and we are going to, and I believe it is the state of Kansas. Oh boy, that's going to be a tricky one for me. So next week at 8:30 here live on the CIL channel, subscribe and stay notified by hitting that notification bell. Followed by that next week back here, same time, same place, CIL FC Round 3 is going to, drum roll please, we're going to Canada, the circuit of Gilles Villeneuve, and it's going to be my nightmare of a track. I do not like it driving there, but you're going to love watching it. So don't be, if you're gonna miss it, please rewatch it. But I hope that you guys tune in live to see that next week. And as I said, next Thursday, the CSC, the Collegiate Sports Car Challenge, it's gonna be debuting next Thursday, and it's gonna be at, drum roll please. It's gonna be at Imola, at Italia. We're gonna have a fun race over there. It's gonna be a nice endurance race and the first CIL multi-team event. So it's gonna be a lot of drivers, maybe potentially some rival schools might be working together as allies. So it's gonna be a lot of, I should say, storylines happening by then. So that is our coming up, our CIL schedule for the next week and a half. So if you have enjoyed already, please do hit that like button, as we are going to be signing off here from Nashville Super Speedway. UNC Charlotte very own Clint Halton, the guitar in Victory Lane, and he's going to be jamming it out for the next week as a CIL FC first time winner. So congratulations to Clint Halteman. Shout out to UNC Charlotte. And I got nothing else to say, but have a good night. Take care. See you all in the next one.